positioning, they're essentially playing retake when it comes to A. They've got two players on long in the form of Hobbit and Shiro. Hobbit already dinked down means that he has to play on the head glitch, and luckily will allow him to shut down Simple with nafany finding Bit on the cross, leaves Navi in a 3-on-5, having gone to an afterplant. They are able to get control of short, giving them somewhere to run to, but with Axel responding onto Perfecto, Boomich and Electronic need these kills, they need them quick. The flank in mid is just destroyed by nafany, leaving Boomich alone. nafany goes huge, just 3k for him, and what a way to put us on.
Deadly with a headshot, and this crossfire on long might just shut it down.
Axel good for, he's not even good for what actually, it's Electronic to kill him, Shiro to trade. Shiro, a man who alone doesn't have too much teeth, but he's good at playing these crossfires. Hobbit though, now he is alone, but it doesn't matter. 2 kills as Bit and Perfecto line up, leaving Simple, the main man, to do the damage here. Boomich with only a Tech 9, unfortunately, is left alone. He tries to aggress to pick up Simple's AK.
If it doesn't, then I really do fear for them, and my goodness, Axel, what a headshot to kick things off. He can't follow up, he does get traded, but Hobbit's there. His flash goes at the back, interz not going to be affected by it at all on this close angle. They don't check for him, he doubles down for 2, and Simple now with the sniper about to peek in, misses the shot, and interz is good for the triple.
Surely, they make them think that actually this hit alludes to mid, with Boomich shutting down interz. Hobbit has to go massive. Navi ready to swing straight into him. Shiro with a fader smoke in mid, caught out by Electronic anyway, and now Hobbit has to go huge. The split comes underway. The timing needs to be perfect though. Electronic, does he push preemptively? Yes, he does, and before the players are able to come out from tunnels, Hobbit's good for 1. Having tagged down Electronic though, it's not enough. Navi, they finally
blessed by timing, but I don't think he was seen either. I think that was just a pre-fire from Perfecto, and as he re-swings, nafany's good for another, and Gambit look like they might actually be able to recover off of their round loss.
You need to remember, there's only about 25 seconds left now. Navi desperately need to get up from long. Hobbit, he's going to be holding ramp. He's got Hobbit through the smoke, who's shut down. Bit, Shiro, the man with the AWP holding ramp, sorry, has to really deliver. Electronic leg down instantly. Simple tries to deploy flashes to get him up ramp, but it's just not enough. Axel delivers the killing blow. Simple, realizing the predicament he's in, just goes, he holds onto that AWP, he hides, and nafany, those 2 kills, Failure's been able to do so far. Once again, unable to find a kill. Gambit just don't peek into him. Instead, the contact is from nafany onto Xbox. That's a really messy spray transfer. And with him falling, Boomich comes out on top. Hobbit now up on short, ready to peek into Navi. Once his flashes go down, Boomich catches.
Of course, he hasn't been all too challenged here so far this game. Now he's got opponents coming in from all angles. The molly, it clears his position. He's swung into the open. There's nothing he can do. Perfecto, he's able to finish him with the fire as Boomich applies the pressure. And Shiro, whilst he finds a flanker over towards that long side.
In mid, nafany realizing he's about to be called into action. There's a flash through the door. Boomich leads discharge. Does he spot out nafany? Yes, he does. There's the kill. There's the man advantage. Hobbit straight through the smoke. Instantly there to trade. Doubles down onto Perfecto there with a great spray transfer, leaving Navi with a minute to toy with, a chance to bomb it up short. Bit to lead discharge, Axel to deploy that molly to deter a plant, but Bit's already found the kill, the equalizer. 3-on-3, Axel on longest location known, Simple, AWP posted straight on him, but Simple's got a plant. Axel awaiting a swing into him. He's awaiting the rotation of his teammates as well, so he can coordinate this push. And as Gambit prepare for this retake, they've got players joining him on long. They've got the player in CT of interz. Navi holding short means they have somewhere to defend from, but with Simple on Gandalf, this can turn into a one-and-done position. While it might be something to hide behind, it can also turn into a trap. And Simple continues fighting long. He's just poking his head up, sees the top of the hat. Can't quite take it off, though. Bit certainly can. Kill onto interz. Electronic for another. Axel to trade in the 1v3. Good for 1. Jumps up. Simple finishes the job. For Navi, that'll be 3 as they start to brute force it up long. Hobbit, as he hard clears mid, spots out Bit, taps him down. While it's very damn messy, with the assistance of nafany, eventually he kills him. Showing himself in T-spawn means to Navi, they've got only one choice but forward. There are the smokes, with only a single molly left. They desperately need it to work. Shiro actually smoked off by his teammate there. And for interz, he gets ready to go straight through this. Simple, ready to lead this charge. Electronic and Shiro exchange blows, meaning Simple has to go huge. Perfecto means he doesn't have to. 2-on-2, Simple onto nafany, leaves Hobbit alone. 1 versus 2 now, as he goes up from short. Simple, he'll progress.
Interz the last line of defense here towards this B bomb site, but with Hobbit finding that kill, it puts the numbers in their favor. There's still mountains of pressure applied onto Interz here, and as he pokes his head up, he finds himself one, but knowing that Boomich has mid control, he needs to be wary. Apparently not. He still hits the heads, and he's still alive here to defend. It all comes down to Boomich, a 1-on-3, knows that Interz somewhere here on this bomb site, but
that Hobbit has to pray he has the timing on Bit now as he sees the hands, but Bit doesn't matter. Good for one. Axel, he also falls as Bit's good for two.
And he's actually able to double down and cement this round here for NAVI. It will be 6 on the board for them as Gambit want nothing more to do with this one, and they're praying to just be left alone. Interz, he's taken down. It all falls onto Shiro here with this AWP, and if he can save it, fantastic. They staggered their cross. It was perfect. It meant that they didn't take any damage, but it doesn't seem to matter. Simple, after not connecting anything, swaps back out to his AWP. Of course, they had the money to just waste away $5,000. It's the final round of the half. There's nothing to lose. They've taken the two-man advantage. Axel now only on 18 points of health. And NAVI looking like they might be able to make this 7. Shiro desperate to swing it back his way. He's the only man with the premium rifle, the M4 in hand, and as he aggresses towards short, his teammate Interz goes for an ill-advised peek. That's going to cost him his life. 5-on-2. NAVI haven't even had to apply any pressure yet. They've just taken mid-control, and it seems to have won them the round.
Axel alone in a 1v5. The molly lands right on him. He's killed a beautiful shot by Perfecto. Favor their T side. And it's only by a little, but it's still a favorment. And the fact that Gambit brought it to 8 on their CT side is actually pretty damn strong. You know what else is strong? That's simple killing Hobbit. He's one of the only players who, one of the only other players who have utility. Bit on B single-handedly holds it with 2 quick kills. His teammates go for the flank. Boomich to lead that charge. Axel, while he eventually finishes the job, Boomich literally doesn't stop.
Somehow trade 1 for 1 and go into the 4 versus 4, but with double stack on the long corner, it's Boomich and Perfecto to completely shut it down. And now NAVI with the bomb. And NAVI, despite the fact that they've got some money behind them, I love the way they play this. They say, okay, we don't want to
even deploy it now. Gambit straight out, so with Hobbit getting the opening, certainly Gambit bear a lot of teeth with this attack.
With such a messy buy as well, you wouldn't expect it, but they've taken the B bomb site, and NAVI have a tough call to make right here. Do they go for the save? Do they try and make this happen? It looks like it's going to be the former. Boomich does actually connect a shot there onto nafany. Has so much possibility. They could either push through the smoke, they could come on either side of it, but Electronic hitting that shot into the lower tunnels is massive. Simple will now deploy that smoke onto Catwalk. He'll try and go for the shots. Misses a bit of a routine one, but Electronic still firing away. Triples things up. Axel finally trades, but the man advantage goes to NAVI's favor. Axel low on health. Shiro needs to go big here. He's just got no opportunity.
He's desperately looking for someone to fight, and while Axel, low HP, he's the only one who can bring this death. Perfecto tagged down by the scout. Perfecto finished off by Shiro. Now Shiro's getting his meat's worth. Simple through the box, it's the wall bang. Shiro the molly should turn ready swing. He switches to the deagle, pushes into both members, and falls. Here's what he can. However, he doesn't clear Perfecto, who's got the angle. Simple chimes in on nafany, putting us into a 3-on-5. Perfecto jumps up, tries to do the damage he can, makes a bit of noise as he goes back to hiding, but with only 2 flashes left, now Gambit need their aim duels. Inter's good for 1. However, the bomb in mid, in no man's land. Shiro, AWP in hand, peeks on top mid, spots out the deagle of Boomich as he backs away. With 20 seconds left, Perfecto onto Inter's, means Shiro has to save, and NAVI, on their 4 spy, are able to claim victory.
But it's absolutely huge, and Shiro is looking to save this AWP. He finds the kill, but if they hunt any further, he might risk dying after time. I don't think anyone's close enough to him to be able to find him, so it will go 12-10, but it doesn't.
The bomb may consider just hitting to over on B. With Hobbit, spoiling the players on short as well, means that for now Bit has to be the one to go huge. Good for 1, unable to double down as Interz is the one to do just that. 4-on-2 now, and for Gambit, they get the site, they get the plants, and while Electronic tries to save, Max tries to prevent it. He's shown why he shouldn't get between Electronic. No choice, and this is where he gets spammed out. He's actually got a gap in that smoke, and that's just perfect for him. He has the flash as well to assist him to continue holding, and while the follow-up molly is in the wrong place, he's able to continue his survival. Bit on the other side of the smoke gets ready to swing as well, and just like that, that smoke single-handedly has saved NAVI with another kill from Bit. 4-on-3. Gambit with no map control elsewhere have to make this long hit work. And Shiro posts on site. He realizes that He's being optimistic, thinking that Simple will peek him. Interz onto Electronic, though, provides that opening at long last, giving us a 3-on-3. But once again, the only map control they have is long, and yeah, Hobbit's making his way up short, but the man they've got to duel is Simple. And he's a scary player to fight, unless he's not facing you. Hobbit proves that for the kill, 3-on-2, cross smoke down, and Gambit might have been able to recover.
Well, I'm not sure if that gap in the smoke was an accidental blessing or something deliberate, but it works out beautifully. Perfecto taking the duel with Hobbit. Hobbit's forced right away. Bit's able to find one, though. Almost doubles down, but only hits the dink. Shiro incredibly low on health. This is a very doable clutch for Perfecto, but he doesn't have any utility. With the AUG in hand, 2 players to find, and they're both hiding. They're cowering away. They know that they don't have to take the duel right now. They can just play for the time, and with the head angle secured, Shiro's able to hit the shot.
It's not too slow. Perfecto, the Zeus, I know you love seeing these, Josh. However, it just missed. However, that being said, NAVI, they're already on the site. They've read it perfectly. They've rotated in time, and with Perfecto jumping, he shuts down Interz. 3-on-3, and these AKs are struggling to get to this site. Simple and Bit ring out kills, leaving it all onto Hobbits. And in a 1 versus 2, he's got to deploy Yuta where he can. There's the swing. Good for 1. 1v1 with Simple. Simple on the jump spot means Hobbit has to desperately try to reload in the corner. Tag down further. Simple. Can he finish the job? Continuing to just toy with his food. Jumping for the jump spot. Hobbits, he can't risk going for this bomb. And Simple falls to Hobbits. This site, is it paved in time? There's the flash. Here's the attack. Simple hiding with Electronic. Electronic, he'll see if he can flash his teammate out, but Interz just deletes Simple. nafany onto Electronic. And that is a really hard angle to hit, especially when you're trying to push at the same time, but it does not matter. There's the bomb plant, there's the man advantage, and NAVI, we look at the players on B, they've just got to save. Boomish deploying his utils, so not so he can consider a retake, but so he can get the hell out of there. And NAVI, finally we see the flashes, finally we see the push, but Bit's good for 1, he spray downs 2, with the flash as well. There's no trade from Gambit, only limited utility means they just have to hold the angles. Into some Perfecto exchange blows, but Simple's there to assist them. Good for 2, it's all on.
So powerful. If they peek into this angle, he could be absolutely huge. And there we go, spots out the head of Axel, strips it away from him, and with the man advantage, Perfecto on the other side of this smoke can double up. And NAVI, this could be 14.
Please remember though, Perfecto's the only man on this site, but it does not matter. Kill onto nafany. Hobbit and Shiro trade into the 3-on-2. Hobbit, AK in hand, expects a flank in lower tunnels, and for good reason. Electronic leads that charge. He falls. Plant down. Shiro expecting to peek into him, but 10 seconds left. There's the push from Bit. It's all onto Hobbit now. 1 versus 2. Simple delivers. And NAVI at 4. Final battle. With Boomish crossing to Pit, he does damage, and instead nafany hides on the other side of the smoke. Simple with the first onto Axel on shore, deploys the molly to prevent a follow-up push, and with no engagement to follow through. Eventually it's extinguished, but Simple, he's already out of there. Gambit with a lot of trouble ahead now as they continue their attempts at a trade. NAVI, they seem to recover. They seem to leave themselves in a default, and with 2 players stacked up over on this B site, it's spotted out by Perfecto. So a man who you cannot rule out yet. The mollies, it lands on the site. It doesn't land on Bits though, as he's able to hold it. nafany drops down. Perfecto good for 1. Bit to chime in. Hobbit, while it's messy, he's unable. Eventually,
Gambit, they need to put their foot in the door early, and if they can't, then I'm certainly worried for them. Perfecto, here's the steps, deploys the smoke, and Simple, just before it blooms, can peek his way in and hit the head.
Interz instantly trading, though, means that Simple is trapped between 2 members, but with Interz falling as he tries to run away, it means that Gambit go a man down. Of course, because they were trying to flee in the process, means no damage has been inflicted back onto NAVI, and we spoke about how Simple had to show up. 2 quick kills means he may have done just that. We see Shiro, the man to lead this advancement over on Ivy, and as the smokes go out, the molly onto the other side means that they're going to establish control, but keeping control is where they struggle. Of course, Perfecto, having read it, already back on CT stairs. Good for Shiro, forces them elsewhere with nafany trading onto Bit. Dink down onto Perfecto, the man with the kit has to be careful, but Simple still sent a sight means a plant certainly isn't guaranteed yet. Gambit, still with a minute to toy with, very aware of that. They go for a boost, actually, of Axel. He sees out Perfecto, but with neither player being able to kill one another, eventually they commit to this push. But crossing on second doors, and now
fortunate Perfecto gets a little bit CSGO'd there. The smoke doesn't extinguish the molly.
That's soul crushing for him, and he's left on just 20 HP. Hobbit, he sees the aggression in top, though. Boomich good for one. Boomich doubles down, though. And with interz trading, we see Perfecto switch out for the AWP so we can play the range game. And with Bits on the wide angle on Ivy, that means that, well, there's the kill to Axel. He just swings straight out and just deletes his opponents. Interz left in a 1v4, cowers in sandwich, and as he rotates from the other side of red, will he be able to spot out simple? Yes, he does. There's one, there's two onto Bits, and now he's starting to do some damage, but Perfecto, he shuts him down. Scary spot. Navi with all this control. Once the golden point for Train is 45 seconds. If you can deploy, if you can keep your opponents out of the sight with 45 seconds left, then you can really run down the clock. With that kill from Boomich, Gambit are really running out of options now. They need to find something to work. They need it quickly. Otherwise, this is going to go straight to a save. But with Electronics forwarded position, it will just be a save. Shiro, if he loses this AWP, we're not going to see that again. But Electronic doesn't clear his angle. He shifts past Shiro. And now the interz, who's in T-spawn, is actually going to spot out Electronic. That's just heartbreaking. However, now we do see Gambit saving. So that also works for them.
I mean, at this point, they've got so much money. Whilst they would have loved to have been able to take that AWP out of Shiro's hands, they'll be happy with the round itself. And do you know what, Kremer? 24,000 viewers?
24,000 viewers. We're watching rank 1 in the world versus rank 2. And the only thing that's being said in the chat is kiss cam.
Right now, and Boomich has been even better. Playing this aggressive position towards E-Box, and then he can bounce between Pop Dog and Main. It's oh so powerful, but this time, Gambit win the opening duels. Shiro and Axel take the advantages. And now Navi looking a little bit shaken.
With 2 players down, they desperately need something to work out for them. Gambit, aggression in main. Boomich, there's the kill. There's the bomb falling out as well. For nafany, he's just able to trade onto Boomich. If he'd fallen there, that would have been the round for Gambit. 3-on-3 would have just been straight rotation. But Electronic and Hobbit dance around each other. And Electronic is actually able to get up ramp just as Hobbit clears the angle. Do they expect Electronic here? Did Hobbit see him? I think from the positioning of nafany, they did. No, they didn't. Axel falls. There's the bomb. Electronic deploying that molly now. And with members just dancing around one another, he seems acutely aware that Hobbit will be there. But Hobbit winning the Angel leaves it all on Perfecto in a 1v3. But look at his positioning. He's all the way back in... He's all the way back in A main. And the chat's caught up.
Yeah, they have. They won it.
That's a lot. Again. A lot of rainbows.
That's a lot of rainbows. Well, it looks like it's finally going to be the first round on the board for Gambit. And for you Kiss Cam fans, I'm not sure if that favours you at all.
Yeah.
Perfecto, he'll save here. No real doubt about that one. Wants to hold on to that AK-47. Despite the fact they've got loads of money behind them, there's absolutely no point in throwing this weapon away. Either way, he'll peek into Shiro here to this attack. He's had so much mileage, and there we go. Interz just bombarded with grenades. There's nothing he can do before he spots out a single enemy. He's taken down with the airstrike. Boomich following up with one into Pop Dog as well. And just like that, we see a 2-man advantage. This is going to be 7-1 for Navi. And there might be a bit of money behind Gambit, especially with this loss bonus. But I don't see much more behind this. Minute left on this clock. And Navi looking very, very strong.
Gambit having really been dismantled there as we see aggression from Axel peeking into Ivy. Perfecto caught out, but Bits instantly there to respond means that for Shiro and Hobbit, they may just have to save. As we spoke about the cracks in Navi's economy, let's look at the chasm in Gambit's, where next round, because of that round win means they can just get a buy, but absolutely only just, and they'll be buying down to 0 next anyway, so they need these rifles to be saved where they can. With 30 seconds left, let's be honest, they're not going to get to a site in a 2v4, especially with Boomich killing Hobbit like that. Shiro with the AWP, he loses this, he ain't getting it back. He realizes this, and because of that, he just hovers above top pop. He looks to hide, and understandably so. We don't see much of a hunt from Navi with the the last 10 seconds remaining. Once Boomich actually sees Shiro with this, that may spur it on, but nothing yet.
Well, for Shiro, the save is on the cards, of course. He really reinforcement from Simple.
Trying to bully out the initial member, deploys that molly, spams down the first, doubles up as well with a kill there. And now, what do the last 3 members do over on Gambit? Navi with a flank from Boomich. into T-spawn means that any rotating member will be spotted out. Axel, though, ready for it. That kill makes things that bit more credible for them. It gives them a chance to head back to A, and with Hobbit and Pop Dog, there's an opening for them to exploit. That being said, though, with Simple on the backline holding Ivy, it means that Bits can go to Olaf. There's a closer angle in Heaven held by Perfecto, so this definitely won't be an easy take, but there's a chance for one. And as Hobbit gets ready to lead Discharge, with only one kill, definitely not able to repeat the same success he had on Dust 2. As we prepare for the attack. There's the peak, there's the swing, Axel to lead it. 40 seconds left means they need to get to this site quickly. And as the util's deployed, they're going to be acutely aware of what's up. The AUG from Bits, it's good enough for one. Can he double down onto Shiro now? The Orc tries to point blank him. No, he can't. Bit chimes in. Simple onto Hobbit with lightning quick reactions. Gambit, with limited utility now, really running it down. Interz eventually finds the kill. Is it traded by Perfecto? Yes, it is. Good for one. Doesn't see the player under him, though. Turns around in the nick of time to kill Axel, though. Leaves us in a 4-on-3. And for Bits, it's just a kill onto Interz. While Gambit finds an opening, Navi finds an exploit. And with nafany, missed shot by Simple, he's able to kill Bits because of it. There's still a man down, though. And as Hobbit desperately tries to make some waves over on B, he will be able to get to Connector. But with 15 seconds left, if the bomb falls, that it has, it doesn't matter where Hobbit is. They're out of time.
Well, it's going to go 10-1, and for Hobbit, he doesn't have any money. He'll save this AK, but it's going to massively polarize the economy. If they want to go for a save in the next, he can't be a part of it. I think they're going to have to force around him, feeling confident. I'm not sure if they'll be able to pull it off. Electronic, instead of playing close this round, he plays from afar. He wants the long-range angles. He knows he's got the advantage at this kind of range. And there we go. Finds the first onto Interz. Doesn't overstay his welcome. Falls away. Lets them go for this plant. But now he's calling in for the reinforcements.
Hobbit, peeking from Yellow Train, attempts to take a duel where he can. Hasn't done so yet. Instead, Navi, who prepare for an attack. Deploy that molly to keep nafany back. Hobbit as well, kept at bay. And with flashes leaving Gambit out of position. Hobbit's good for one. There's a spray down. Simple peeks in. Good to trade. Into the 4-on-3. The Deagle and nafany. It's been unable to trade though, as here comes that push. Here comes that retake. nafany forced out of position as Simple doubles down. Axel and Shiro, the last left standing. Shiro carrying center sight. Finished off by Boomich. Leaves it all onto Axel, who's good for one. Tries to double down onto two. Makes it two at the back of that. Peeks up. Can't quite make it three. Switching to the knife as he's out of ammo. But it does not matter. Alas, they're out of time though. That bomb goes off. It's going to aggress into Hobbit now, who doesn't expect the push of that player. There's the kill. There's the man advantage. And with no trade, Electronic, he is a fiend on ramp right now.
He really is, yeah. This has been fantastic from Navi. Finding that opening pick onto Hobbit is even better. With 44 seconds left on this clock, Gambit, they're running out of options. They don't have a lot of map control either. If they were maybe out of Ivy, if they had some control here towards this blue train, I'd favour their chances, but still stuck in these positions that inherently they have that control of. It's certainly worrying. Simple on the angle, so quick onto Interz. Will find that one. Two-man advantage is traded by nafany, but with such little time on the clock, what do Gambit do here?
It's going to have to be a fast push. They've got no time to do anything else. Axel out from Ivy means that nafany's kill is perfect. Axel to trade onto Bits means that is that bomb taken down by Perfecto? Yes, it is. 5 seconds left. They've been timed out anyway. Perfecto, he delivers with heroics as Navi, while they make it 11, while nafany saves that up. That's great.
Simple, he fancies his chances up close and personal. We're about to take this duel with nafany. He walks in right with his back turn. That's going to be the freebie. Follows up with a second. 13 points of health to his name. But he'll get away with this one as he gets the dink onto Shiro. It's not the kill, but 98 points of damage dealt. He'll be more than happy with that engagement.
With Shiro low HP now, Electronic with a attempt to pull it back as he peeks onto Heaven. Tries to catch out a man where he can, and instead, this swing into Interz is exactly what he's after. Interz sneak down as well now. Gambit, two of their 3 players so low on HP. Shiro, he's the first to fall. Interz the second to fall. All on Axel, 1v3, and Navi, they go 12-2 up. Josh, what on earth can Gambit do to stop them?
I don't think they've got much left in the tank. A lot of people criticize this Gambit side on the basis that they're young guns, they're flary, they're incredible at the game, and their aim is just unmatched by so many. but they don't have that experience, and at times their mental resilience is questioned when they start to lose rounds, when they start to get on a bit of a loss streak. Their ability to recover sometimes is not there. Beautiful shot from Axel, but the nade raining over onto the site. Oh, I thought it would do a little bit more damage than that. He actually dodges it. 3v2, 35 points of health to his name. We'll be able to get this bomb plant at the very least, but Perfecto and Bit not over-aggressing here. They're actually waiting for each other to get into position. They'll go for this retake together. They don't want to take any chances, and that's exactly what number one. It's about proving to the world that you are better than Navi, and whilst on Dust 2, they did somewhat show that. Here on Train, they're really struggling. Boomich, once again aggressive towards Popdog, finds that opening. Simple with the BM on the auto.
Shiro, the man he has to duel, goes to jump spot, makes a bit of noise, realizes the game's up. There's Shiro to fall. There's the man advantage. Is there a trade so far? No, there isn't. He sees the CT member, realizes that he can play for time instead as they drop and as they push in B. Axel, he will try to respond. Interz the kill to Simple, helps out. And with a 4-on-4, Perfecto peeks into them. Nafany good for one. Boomich Electronic to trade. Hobbit spammed down, able to trade again, leaving us in a 2-on-2. And now for Navi. This, or for Gambit even, this is very doable. Electronic dancing around the site. Hides center site, meaning Axel needs to be very damn careful. There's the kill. Hobbit in a 1v2. And as Bits finishes the job, Navi in unison. Electronic spots out Interz. Interz hides left side, peeks into them. Simple for the first. It's actually Electronic for both members there. As he finishes the job, Gambit left with 3 players alone, and with smokes out on B. Navi, they commit to this flank, they commit to this cross. Axel, a wonderful shot onto Simple to take his head off, but Shiro, he's one of the last lines of defense, hiding in CT. Electronic jumps across, Perfecto joins him, Perfecto, there's the trade, but low HP leaves us in a 2-on-3. Hobbit, hiding center site, knows he needs to be careful. Boomich the first to fall. He's got Bits around him to worry about, and as he finishes off Bits, it all falls down to Perfecto in a 1v2. Such a low amount of HP on him. Knows that he has to hit this kill quickly, and unfortunately, he's unable to do so. Axel with the kill injury. And Wood Electronic just dancing through the smoke as well. He's got the perfect angle for Shiro. Of Interz, I believe that is actually. No, it is Shiro's who has to hide on green screen timing. It's messy to say the least, but Electronic still able to get the kill. Gives a man advantage for Navi. Axel trades onto 2 of his own. Interz caught out in the smoke by Perfecto, leaves us in a 3-on-2. And with Axel desperately hiding, he's got Hobbit on the other side who now has to worry. And instead, with Simple, bomb in hand, aggressing all the way to the back line of B, means that Axel is in a lot of trouble if he doesn't hard clear this. Simple already in CT spawn now. He's going to look to take this duel on Axel, and as he does so, Axel, do we see a knife kill? Oh. No, he's going with a professional play. Picks up the AK, goes to plant, and for Hobbits, in a 1v3, left on Ivy. I mean, the kill on Perfecto would help, but I don't think it's going to bring Gambit the round. He goes to save, or he should go to save at least, as Navi brace themselves to hit 15.
He's got no kit either. I reckon there's one retrievable somewhere. There we go, right at his feet, but that doesn't give him enough time to rotate all the way around to B. By the nature of how Train works, there's no...
Leaving these 2 pistols with even more to do. Bits not quite expecting Shiro on the close angle. Eventually he's caught out. Boomich, can he trade? So far, no he can't. Instead, as Navi looks to join their teammates on B, dink down on to Shiro. Causes the hit out on A. With Nafany making a bit of noise on Sandwich, he then goes to hide with Simple. Hard clearing in connector. Axel, he's able to come out on top with Perfecto trading. It leaves us in him at least, in a 1 versus 3. Peeks up, Axel to fall, 1v2. Those Interz is going to go aggressive. Unfortunately, timing does not favour him. And Gam spindles. And the second he jumps up, Electronic will be ready for it. He has a bit of an off angle though. And it all comes down to patience. Axel, flash to aggress over in A. And as Electronic is out from upper, spotted out by Hobbits. There's the first into a 2-on-5 now with Shiro chiming in. Shiro going for the high ground on White Train. Simple for the first. Hobbits trade once again though, and with Bits coming out on top, it leaves Bits in a 1 versus 3. He should quickly be killed. That he is. I'll tell you what, Hobbit, that is a... The nade onto Ivy. Tries to keep Navi back. Instead, Axel... He's gone for control in main. And Perfecto, having read this pretty well, was holding for it, but instead Gambit, little do they know, Navi, they stack in brown halls and they get ready with a hit onto B. Shiro, though, the opening onto Electronic, tagged down very low in the process, means that Hobbit is going to be acutely aware that he's about to be called into action. He holds the angle, though, and as he tries to consider going wider or not, Bit's the man to duel. If Bit wins the same duel, he's in a perfect spot. Will Bit be flashed out, is the question. And from the looks of things, so far they're just going to man-fight him, and as Bit does just that, in just a moment, he'll be joined by Simple, though. Here's that aggression. There's Hobbit good for the first. He doubles. Oh, he doesn't double down, though. Bit to trade. Shiro, low HP, though, has to be careful. Nice shot to Perfecto, though. Leaves us in a 2-on-4. And as we see them try to leave, Boomich for Shiro. 2-on-3 now. And this is where things get scary for Gambit. Despite being 25 seconds left, they're still able to get this plant. The flash means that nafany can aggress, leaving Boomich in a 1v3. He beats to the left, sees no one, meaning he can aggress to the other side of White Trade. But with the cross from nafany, or from interz, there's the first. Axel able to trade. Gambit smoke. Here comes that attack. Hobbit. What can he do from the top of White Trade? Peeks out Perfecto for the first. No trade yet. Leaves us in a 4-on-4. Now nafany needs to be careful as he holds up her. He expects further aggression. Going for the high ground now as he spots out the first. Tags him down. Can't quite double down though. Low HP though means Perfecto could fall to this nade. He doesn't just yet though. Instead, he's able to get away. Gambit with a man advantage but without the bomb sight. Allows interz to chime in. Axel onto Boom, which leaves it all onto Bit as Shiro follows up. Gambit with 10 now. Seriously about to get a comeback, Josh.
They're making this happen, and for any Gambit fan, all of your nades early. Interz, the firebomb comes in. That's going to force Electronic forward. The spams come through, does a lot of damage onto him, but he can't find the kill. And as the smoke fades, Electronic gets the shot, but he can't get the kill. Boomich swings to trade, but it's a little too late. And the man advantage goes to Gambit. But with a gap in this smoke, Boomich might be able to take one. Shiro completely unaware that Ivy control's been lost. And we go into a 4-on-4.
Axel puts it down to a 3-on-3 with Perfecto equalising. And now Axel with his location known, he needs to be very careful in A. Inter's low HP means that set of sight, he too can fall to the exploitations of Navi. But 25 seconds left, we need kills, we need them quick. Back and forth between Hobbit and Boomich means that for Bit over in Pop Dog as Axel, the timing is just soul-crushing. And as interz tries to hold for Boomich, Boomich spots him out, they tag one another, but they don't kill one another. With 10 seconds left now, Bit onto interz, realizes that Axel has to come from the flank. Just